YouTube channel. Top 5 NFL free agency moves, and I nailed one of these today. I nailed it. So I'm very proud of myself. We'll get to that. It's number 3. Number 5, but these are things that I think would help teams, I think are going to happen or would be best to happen for these remaining NFL free agents. Number 5, Julio Jones to the Colts. They need help at wide receiver. Their quarterback is Matt Ryan, knows Julio very well. Didn't work out for Julio in Tennessee, so if you can stay healthy and play with this old quarterback, I would think this is a great move or a good move for them, and we'll see. Again, it all is contingent on him staying healthy. He's probably going to have to change what he really does. And the kind of player he was. But I think if anybody can do it, it's Julio Jones. But we'll see. I think this one makes sense for the Colts in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it makes sense. But, man, he has fallen off, hasn't he? Yeah. I mean, I remember I'm sure a lot of people out there remember him as a high school recruit and just how – I remember Oklahoma was really, really in on him before he picked Bama. Phenomenal talent, but definitely not in his best days right now. But, yeah, I mean, the connection with Ryan makes sense. I don't know that I would really want him if I didn't have that connection, quite frankly. Like, I don't know how appealing he would be at this point. I mean, he still can be a good player. But, yeah, definitely the connection with Matt Ryan and their need for a wide receiver makes a lot of sense. And do we know what's happening with T.Y. Hilton?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's still a free agent. So
okay.
Maybe
yeah.
So. Number 4, Jadeveon Clowney to the Seahawks. Now, he's been there once before. This is a team, the Seahawks, who have a division that has Kyler Murray, Matthew Stafford, and Trey Lance now that they're going to have to play, but 2 of the better quarterbacks in the league and a young and upcoming rookie, and they're going to have to probably win on defense quite a bit. I think even though he's in his 1-year deal phase of his career, still an effective pass rusher, and they're going to need all the guys they can get. I don't think this will happen because of where Seattle is, but if they want to win anything this year, because we don't know who their quarterback's going to be, and maybe it's going to be Baker Mayfield, but we'll see down the line. I think this is a good move for them because he's the best pass rusher on the market.
For a guy that talented, he sure does move around a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the talent you're thinking of is all based on when he was a recruit in high school. Yeah. I mean, in South Carolina days, and really, has he ever lived up to the hit against Michigan? I mean, I don't think that he has. I mean, he was probably unfairly, kind of judged by just being the total freak show that he was. He's been solid. He's been fine. He's been good at times. But, I mean, Seattle, I would just be kind of freaked out right now that you don't have a quarterback. Yeah. Like, that would be my big concern. But, yeah, Jadeveon Clowney's still, solid enough to make an impact. So, okay, yeah, Seahawks.
I don't see sacks under his skin.
Yeah, I think double-digit sacks last year with the Browns.
Hey, I'll take it.
Number 3, the one I nailed. Jarvis Landry to the Saints. This happened today. This is a good one when you've got Michael Thomas coming back, Chris Olave coming in, another guy who can pick up first downs for you. Now, look, he's not what he used to be, but last year, with the musical chairs at quarterback due to Baker Mayfield's injury, the fact that the offense was changing, this will be good. This is good for Jameis Winston. And, of course, I am an advocate of anything that makes Jameis Winston be successful. So, hopefully, and this is weapons for him in New Orleans. I like this move a lot. I think this is going to work out pretty well for both sides because I don't think they're clearly not going to rely on him to be the number 1 receiver. He's going to be a guy who gets some first downs and scores in the red zone.
Yeah, I think the Saints are trying to basically create LSU with some of getting Tyrann Mathieu, Jarvis Landry. But, I mean, that's good news for Abram Smith as well. He's got another new teammate to get excited about. But, yeah, I mean, that's a good pickup for the Saints. So the wide receiver pieces are kind of starting to finally settle in a little bit. But that was upended. You think of T.Y. Hilton and Jarvis Landry and Julio Jones and all these guys, and you see what happened in the draft. It's pretty clear there's a youth movement going on right now. So, yeah, I mean, being back home in Louisiana at the bare minimum will create a bit of excitement.
Number 2, Anthony Barr, linebacker from the Vikings to the Cowboys. The Cowboys, there was a lot of thought that they might draft him when he was draft eligible 7-8 years ago. But this, to me, hedges your bets against – it's kind of Anthony Barr and Leighton Vander Esch kind of cancel each other out injury-wise.
Was he not on the UCLA team that Baylor pulverized?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I think this –
of course, he's only one of 11 guys.
But, of course, the Cowboys aren't really going to do that. This would make sense to them if they're going to do any of that. But, again, we know what they think of the free agency market and how it is. But this one is one that does actually kind of make sense based on the needs they have on the roster right now, especially the healthy people they have on the roster right now.
Yeah, he'd make sense, close to 10 years too late from when they actually wanted him, like you said. I still remember the uproar over not getting him and how much he was predicted to be a Cowboy leading into that draft. But, yeah, better late than never, I suppose. And like you said, he makes sense from a depth and playing standpoint in terms of where some of their holes are right now.
Yeah. And number 1, this one's for Jack McKenzie. OBJ to the Packers. I just think at this point in his career,
Jack is so mentally exhausted, he can't even enjoy that.
I think that at this point in his career, this is what he is. He's a hired gun, and I know he's coming off the ACL, and he won't be back for a little bit. But when he's healthy, I think this just makes sense. They've got to replace Devonta Adams somehow, at least a shell of that.
How much does that suck? Excuse me. He is having a pretty good run with them, good pickup for them, and then tears his damn knee and ligament.
In the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, not only that, it ruins a free agency like a college player in a bowl game, and it's going to take 6, 8, 9 months, and so he's damaged goods, and who knows if he plays until November.
Yeah. But I do think that, and maybe it doesn't happen until then, and maybe it shouldn't, but I do think this one's going to happen because it almost happened last year.
Well, I think that he wants to be in L.A., but I don't know that they want to pay him the money. And so, that might not be an option for him. But I do think if he had his preference, he would be back with the Rams. But I can understand from their point of view why they wouldn't want to bring him back, and for big money. So, Aaron Rodgers needs somebody. He needs somebody to throw to. So, that would make a lot of sense.
All right, Paul, good stuff. Thank you very much.